On to beachcomber. Now, beachcomber, let's be honest, you may not be able to pick it up very well because it's a dark blue and a dark black for the gun. Well, you can see the gun fair enough. Little gun with a turret thing that almost looks like it's a tire, but it's too small to be beachcomber's tires, so it's just a turret. Has seats in there, which become his feet in robot mode. And that's the entire point for this step to the transformation, is so you can get the seats out, just pulling it, popping it apart. Okay, let's see. Where is it? There's some lining up involved in getting it into vehicle mode so that all these silver racks line up. But it's definitely very Halo Warthog-esque. I'm not sure if there are actual vehicles like this in the military service, but it looks tremendously like a Warthog when you have it in hand, except for the colors. I mean, it's even got the lights up here, and it's got this roll bar rack. Yeah, questionable. And even the name Beachcomber makes sense because Halo 1, you use it a lot in the beach. So transforming it is pretty cool. Just one of the pop out the two parts like arms. It's not as hard as Beachcomber in that sense. I mean, not as hard as brawn in that sense. And then you pull out the legs. Take the chairs, the seats rather. Click those down so they become feet. And then dramatic head reveal by popping this out, in and out. Now that joint is actually used to release the seats from the vehicle mode, which means in vehicle mode the head is going to be down on the underside. So that is a negative point against it, is that the head isn't technically concealed in vehicle mode. But it is a cool vehicle mode, and Beachcomber can get a crazy amount more poses than Brawn can, due to his leg joints and his arms being on these interesting double hinge things. There's a ball joint, and then there's a hinge the ball joint is connected to. So it actually helps the arm articulation and poses significantly. Definitely looks like Beachcomber, down to his visor glasses. Alright, next, Bumblebee. Kind of showed you the alt modes in reverse there. Oh well, because I had the transform brawn. But here's Bumblebee. It's probably was the least anticipated figure from the set, but I gotta say, this Bumblebee, being a mini-bot style Bumblebee, is probably one of the best Bumblebees I have. It is phenomenal. It's a street racer. One nice thing about this street racer Bumblebee is not only is it a sleek car with an Autobot tempograph on the top that's yellow, sort of silverish blue painted windows, and bluish headlights. Not super all-spark blue, but just a light blue. Black bumpers on both sides. This one's got some ribs in it. But the nice detail they put in here is, despite it being G1 Bumblebee, they're going for these black spots in front of the window, which look like rally stripes like the modern Bumblebees have, are really his legs in robot mode, but they just sort of clash together in that very Mighty Max-like homage. If you know the Mighty Max toy lines, they're kind of like, I'm not going to go into it, but basically something in one mode becomes something else interesting in the next mode, and you go, oh, that became that. That volcano has become the monster's eyeball, or something like that. But anyway, 90s toy references. Let's see. So yeah, you see when I unfold the legs from the main body, It's basically Bumblebee transforms almost exactly like his Generation 1 Bumblebee, except it's more modern and all the panels have to go in the correct order. It's really neat. But basically, yeah, it's G1 Bumblebee's transformation, just with a few other twists, kind of like animated Grimlock. And like I said, his rally stripes, though they're only those 2 spots of black, they're pretty obvious, and they're not actually painted on. They're part of these. They're part of these black legs here. Black legs. See. And we'll pull those apart. Them down, becoming feet. Surprisingly, none of the other Bumblebees have in the Legends class. This is a nice touch. Okay, now that I've got the arms out, Bumblebee, just like Beachcomber, has a dramatic head reveal, and it feels so smooth, especially if you watch the side. Okay, side view. That's not what I wanted to do. Side view, come on. Yeah, like that. And then just becomes a backpack, kind of like Classics Bumblebee. And again, I'll split it. I split the car in half. Half becomes the backpack, half becomes Bumblebee's top torso, and it just works. And it's such a full robot. Check out that head. That could be no one else but Bumblebee. No one else but Classics Bumblebee. Classic series mini-bots. So, you know what? If you see these guys this month, or probably next month when they're in full saturation, pick them up. Also pick up their next wave, which will be Warpath. I don't know about picking them up because I haven't reviewed them yet, but you know, they look alright, especially Warpath. I'll pick them up for you and tell you what I think, but I think these guys are wonderful, and I'll certainly